It's the time to get down.
Work ethic and being together, and I know a lot of people always pick on the phrase about the Funk Brothers, and I think it's kind of the same thing here, where you go into an atmosphere where everybody's professional, and you know they don't have to look to me to expect anything, because they know every time I do what I do, they gonna get everything that I got. I look to Fear, and I mean, I think the first day, because when I was singing, I was looking at him, so I just kind of raised my hand. He looked away, and he just knew where to drop it when he broke it down. And I was saying to myself, yes, this is what I'm talking about. Oh God, and Henry, just the same thing, just that bop. And it was like, oh man, I feel like taking my clothes off in here, just posing. It was just, it's okay, everybody calm down. But it was just that kind of feeling when you talk about professionalism, when you talk about old school and being and doing the chitlin circuit, because we done all done that and been there, that to the point where people ain't paying attention, and when you can get them to just draw their attention to what it is, because what I want you to see my hard work. I want you to feel my hard work, because my hard work all culminates is going to go right inside your heart. And because I'm a part of your fabric, whether you believe it or not.
There you go.
I'm part of your fabric, and then how can you ignore that? That's like a man putting on a pair of green. One sock is green, the other one's red. It's like, well, you know what you doing. There's supposed to be 2 green socks or 2 red socks. You ain't got to tell him that. He know that. I don't care if it's in the dog.
Right.
He gonna know that, because at the point he getting to step his foot in his car, he gonna look down and say, you know, I done made a fool out of myself. Going back in the house and put the other green sock on. You shouldn't be wearing green socks to start with, but you know, put on the right sock.
Red wasn't too good either.
Yeah, red wasn't no good. So, but that's what I feel. That's what I feel with these guys. I just feel so at home after that first song, and then because after that first song, it's like, well, you know, what else you want to do? And I said, well, let's do April Love. And it's like, well, why you want to do April Love? That's a whole nother tone. That's a whole nother thing to go from the iconic voice. I mean, both of them are iconic singers and have that signature voice. And I said, I just want to give you the full spectrum. And then, you know, that song is 3 minutes and 42 seconds. So I said, 43, I'm going to give you a little bit of me. So, you know, and, oh, man, I was so excited after the fact that these guys were just such professionals. They just knew, and we just feel one another, and we come up with new stuff every night. We come up with breakdowns that you ain't never heard. You thought James Brown broke a band down.
I'm gonna have to be. That's this Tuesday.
You wait till you see this. We
Get
gonna
me
have
a
some
drink.
fun.
Get up there early.
Well, you can bring your own.
I can bring my I usually do. All right, you guys. Well, it's time that we're going to hit a few little topics here. And I think it's that time, Vic. You know we call it.
What time is it, man?
It's time for the Urban Buffer.
Oh, that's cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the computer. Some days it does that.
Yeah, that's true. But you got to talk through it, man.
I've got to talk through it.
You got to visualize
Okay.
a stunning group of women in the studio at this time. I can do it. I'm having a good time doing it. I don't know about you, man. But you know,
I'm getting hard as I get older.
you know what?
Now I remember wonderful meals that I've had.
You should give them the sandwich story.
Yeah.
Give them the sandwich story while you do the
That's
buffer.
what I said about getting older. You know, you don't want to make love or have a sandwich.
That's wrong.
It's one of the challenges.
Wait a minute.
Just like we tell them, you know, you can have as much sex as you want as you get older, as long as you can stand the sight of someone your own age naked.
See, I try. I
It's a
warned you
different
guys.
challenge. You get older.